let's assign these prepared classes in the HTML page. Go to the HTML page and open a section tag from the 26th line. Now open a div tag from the 27th line. Move the close div tag on the 29th line to the 27th line. Now open the h2 tag in between the div tags. The h2 close tag in the 29th line has been moved to the 27th line. Now type the title Best Cities in the World to Visit in between the h2 tags. Now I go to the 28th line. Now let's create the card using the relevant class of the flip card we have made. I open a div tag from this line. Now to this tag, from here class equal double quotation, the class called guide is assigned inside it. Now open another div tag in between the 29th line between the div tags and assign the class called flip-card we made to that tag. Now open another div tag from the 30th line and assign the class called flip-card-inner to that tag. Now in the same way, I open a div tag in the 31st line. In that tag, class equal double quotation and it is typed as flip-card-front Paris. In this part, it is said that to display the picture of the class we created called Paris on the front of the flip card, now I will bring the div close tag in the 33rd line to the 31st line. Enter next to the div close tag in the 31st line and open a div tag again in the 32nd line. The class called flip-card-back is assigned to this tag. Now let's prepare the codes for the back of this card. I open an h1 tag between in the div open and close tag in the 33rd line. The h1 close tag in the 35th line is moved to the 33rd line. Now in between the h1 tags, I enter the code and hashtag 128512 semicolon related to an emoji. Now enter next to the h1 close tag and open a p tag to enter the paragraph we want to show on the back of the card on the 34th line. I will cut the paragraph called Paris is the as a comment below and paste it in the 35th line. Inside this p tag in the 36th line, I will add a break tag near the p close tag. Now I will add 6 stars to show the ratings below this paragraph. For that, I will open a p tag from the 36th line. Now from the 37th line, I will type as an hashtag 110088 semicolon. We can add a star with this code. Since I need 6 stars, I copy and paste this code 5 times in this row. Now we have finished preparing one card completely. Let's see the output of this now. Let's click the refresh icon in the preview window that we opened earlier. Even though the card we entered is displayed, it still does not flip when the cursor is moved to the cards. After adding 2 other cards, let's make the style that needs to be flipped when the cursor is moved to these cards. I come back to the HTML page and open the codes from the 29th line to the 42nd line and paste it from the 43rd line. Now let's change these codes as needed. Instead of flip-card-front Paris in line 45, change it to flip-card-front Singapore instead of the paragraph in the line 49. Cut the paragraph called It's a City of as a comment below and paste it from the line. Now we have finished preparing that card too. And now let's prepare the last card. For that, I copy the codes from the 42nd line to the 56th line and paste them from the 57th line. Now let's change these codes as needed. Instead of the flip-card-front Singapore in the line 59, change it to flip-card-front Rome. Instead of the paragraph in line 63, cut the paragraph called Rome is the as a comment below and paste it in the line. Let's see the output of this now. Let's click the refresh icon in the preview window that we opened earlier. Even though the 3 cards that we have entered are displayed in this way, it still does not flip when the cursor is moved to the cards. Now let's arrange these in such a way that they flip. For that, I go to the CSS page. Since the cursor of the mouse moves to rotate when this card is touched, I use a hover. Now in the 96th line, type as .flip-card: hover and give it as .flip-inner. Now open curly brackets and in between that give as transform: rotate y inside brackets 180 DAG is given. This part means to rotate 180 degrees horizontally. Now in the 98th line, transition: is 3 as semicolon is given. The way of the movement and the time have been arranged here. Now let's see if the cursor rotates when this card is touched. Let's click the refresh icon in the preview window that we opened earlier. Look, now when we move the cursor to this card rotates. But the paragraph and the stars on the back of these cards are not aligned nicely, right? Let's fix that part. I go back to the CSS page. Now from 100th line, flip dash card dash front greater than sign P and open a curly bracket. I write these styles for the paragraphs under the class called flipCardFront. In line 101, I adjust the width of this section to 150 pixels. In the 102nd line, I adjust the alignment of the letters I enter to the right side. In the 103rd line, let's set the margin for this. I adjust the margins in this way for all the 4 sides. Now we set the font size to 20 pixels. Also in the 106th line, flip dash card back greater than sign P and open a curly bracket. I write these styles for the paragraphs under the flip card back class. In the 107th line, it is set as text dash align colon center semicolon in this section. Now let's see how the paragraphs are displayed. Let's click the refresh icon in the preview window that we opened earlier. Now I touch these cards and see. Now the paragraphs as well as the stars are centered. If there is an output like this, you level ones are very successful. Let's learn how to make this web page even more beautiful in the next video. To see the creation you made, WhatsApp it to the number 076-812-5244. Tell your friends about the creation. Send it to me and also send it to your friends to see this app. And one more thing, you too join the DP Coding School Telegram group and try to be the DP Code Chan. Best of the week once every week. For that, keep in touch with us. And one more thing, join our DP Coding Club and now you can start a DP Coding Club in your school. We are ready to give all the guidance for that. If you want to start DP Coding Clubs in any school where computer labs are available, make a request to the principal to the email address info@dpcc.lk. So let's meet with another interesting lesson with DP Coding School. Have a good day.